What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. My husband is home sick from work today, so we actually, he went and got some blood work done, but we need to do a couple errands for him. So I thought I would go ahead and do my makeup before I go. I really want to play with my Bare Necessities palette and my Stone Cold Fox palette from Colourpop. I want to do kind of a muted kind of look today. It's overcast and raining, and we had this massive thunderstorm last night, which was spectacular to watch. But yeah, so I thought I'd go ahead and do like a gloomy weather kind of vibey look. So if you're interested in seeing what kind of look I come up with, then keep watching. So first things first, I'm going to start off with my trusty dusty paint pot in the color Soft Ochre, and I'm just applying that to my eyelids. And I'm gonna film a video directly after this doing hits or shit, and for some new releases that are coming out for February and some that had come out in January. So I thought I'd do a hit or shit video, kill two birds with one stone kind of situation. So I'm very nervous. I haven't finished editing the video that I put up just before this one, the imposter syndrome video, and I'm very nervous to find out how it's going to be received. I don't know if people are going to understand or even care about, you know, that sort of thing on my channel. But yeah, I'm interested to see what kind of reception, if at any, that it gets, because it was a very deep and almost painful video to get through yesterday. I was pretty low for the rest of the day after filming, so we'll see how it goes. So I think I'm going to go into my Stone Cold Fox palette first, if I can get into the bastard. I think I'm going to go in with the color Fascinated, which is this color right here, and I'm going to run that as a transition shade. I'm kind of debating on if I want to do like a halo eye, or what kind of eye I want to look, or what kind of eye I want to look, or what kind of eye look I want to do. So I think I kind of was interested in doing a halo eye, but I do suck at them like pretty hard. So I'm not sure what kind of eye look I'm going to come up with today, but we shall see, because, you know, we'll see. So I'm going in with Fascinated, and I still kind of want to do actually I think I'm going to do like a gray and pink smoky eye. So I might go in with Rumor Mill. No, I'll go in with Fascinated first. I'll do my eye makeup like I normally do it. It's not going to be any revolutionary or you know, particularly inventive look or extravagant look. Just gonna kind of, this brush is very pokey today. This color is very similar to, you can't really see it, so it's like the perfect transition shade. I don't want to say it's like the same color as my eyelid, because it's not, but it's the same color as the shadows that are cast on my eyelid, if that makes any sense at all. So what have you guys been up to? I feel like it's been forever since I've talked to anybody on my YouTube channel. I mean, technically it has been over a month since I've filmed a video, but I missed you guys. I actually genuinely missed making videos. I just didn't have the energy or I didn't have the energy or the drive to make the videos, you know, but I still missed you guys. Like, I still missed interacting with you and talking to you on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm going to go into the shade Rumor Mill, which is this really pretty gray right here. And I'm just going to deepen up my crease area. Yeah, like I said in my video from yesterday, I spent a lot of time working on a new crochet project. I am making a knitted or crocheted blanket for our bed for winter, or for fall and winter, I guess. Yeah, so I've been really busy doing that, trying to get through and get that done as quickly as I can, because fall is very much almost upon us. So I'd like to get it done before winter's end, so that at least I can like start stretching it and using it. And worst comes to worst, I don't put it on the bed, and I just use it for like a blanket for when I'm in the living room on the couch. I've rewatched all of Bones. I used to watch it religiously when I lived in the States, but I kind of stopped watching it when I moved here. It was on free-to-air TV, but I never like, for some reason, the free-to-air television here in Australia is really bizarre. It doesn't make any sense or rhyme or reason as to why they do certain TV series the way they do them. They don't play them, you know, they'll say that's on every Wednesday at, you know, like 9 or something like that. And then you go back the next Wednesday and it's not on. But the next episode, you know, it's not like they had a finale. It just, they stopped playing it. So I never really knew when it was going to be on. So I would always buy them on DVD. And that way I could binge watch them because I'm big binger. Big binger. And so, I don't understand if maybe I waited too soon after doing my skincare or what, but my eyeshadow is just not playing very nicely with me today. I mean, it looks okay on camera. In here it looks a bit wonky on my right eye. And on my left eye it's patchy AF right there. Doesn't look that way. It looks that way in person. Well, I guess not. It's just the way the lights are hitting. Let's see. No, that looks fine, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. So it was really hard to watch it on television, on free-to-air television. So I would just buy the DVD box sets and watch them at my leisure. And it got to, like, the final couple of seasons, and I just kind of fell off of it. I didn't really... Like, actually, I don't even need to dig into my Bare Necessities palette. There's some pinks in here. There's some pinks. There's a couple of pinks in here. There's Gravity Hill and Stone Age and then Play It Coal. So I'll show you what I mean. It's these three shades here are kind of pinky. And then this shimmer here has kind of a gray pink shift to it. I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera, which is super frustrating because I hate talking about a shade and the color nuances to it and stuff like that, and then not being able to show you guys what I mean. So I'm going to go in with Gravity Hill, which is this one right here, and I'm going to start packing that on the lid. Anyway, rewatching Bones. I started it from season 1. It's on Amazon Prime. And so I was very excited to see that because I actually have all the seasons and I don't know why I just didn't watch them on DVD. I kind of got annoyed with the seasons. I think it was season like 8 or 9. Spoiler alert, Bones and Booth finally admit to each other that they're in love with each other and that they can't live without each other, and that they make the perfect crime-fighting duo. And I kind of, like, fell off the show at that point. I was like, this is not the same. Like, the sexual tension and the, you know, the relationship of Bones and Booth, you know, was what kind of, like, the glue that held the story together. And then when they finally let them get together, it's like the magic was gone, it felt like. So I stopped watching it and just kind of, like, literally let them collect dust on the shelves. And so, that's fucking pretty. I'm going to go in with Play It Coal, which is this shimmery shade here. And I'm going to pack that on the inner... actually, I might pack that on the middle portion of my lid. Yeah, I just kind of thought that the show fell off a bit and, like, kind of started pandering to the audience rather than, you know, letting the story progress the way that I felt it should. And so... yeah, I just kind of got bored of it at that point and stopped watching. And then I don't know what made me pick it back up again. I knew that the season was, you know, the show was over. So I guess I was kind of interested to see how it ended. And, you know, because it's on Amazon Prime, I can binge it all, you know, at my leisure. I mean, I could have, even with my, whatchamacallit, I could have done that. What the fuck is going on with my eye makeup? Oh god, I hate this. This is really frustrating me. Okay, managed to sort it out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because I am, like, so out of practice as far as my makeup is concerned or what, but it's struggle bus, bitch. Struggle bus. So I'm gonna go into the color Guinness Guy, which is this one here. Actually, I lie. I'm going to go into Misery, which is this top shade here. And I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. Ooh, hey now. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. So anyway, watched Bones. Started watching this show called Truth Seekers. It's got Nick Frost and Simon Pegg in it. And it's about this cable or internet provider guy, repairman, installation guy that goes into these houses, and he's got this YouTube, well, it's like YouTube, but it's not, obviously they can't say YouTube on the TV show, but he's got this ghost hunting channel. And it's just so absurd. And I started watching it, and I think it's like 6 episodes long or 8 episodes long. I can't remember. But I kind of started watching it, and I'm like, I don't know if I like this. I'm going to go into the shade Cult Classic. No, I'm going to go in with, I lie. I'm going to go in with Rock Bottom. I just want to deepen up my crease in that outer corner a bit. This is far more dramatic than I was intending on going with this look. But just to add a little bit of depth, not anything too dramatic or drastic. Just to kind of deepen up that outer corner a bit. So I started watching Truth Seekers, and I hate to admit it, but I fell asleep. And so I started the series over again because there were just a few little plot points that I wasn't understanding. So I started watching it again. I haven't finished all of it. I started watching WandaVision. My husband and I just finished watching the new season of Expanse, the latest season of Expanse. And it was so good. It was so, so good. If you haven't seen The Expanse, it's a hard sci-fi, and by hard science fiction it means that it's very much grounded in reality. There's no like warp drives or time travel or alien species sort of, but it's such a good show. It is so, so good. And so my husband and I like watched the whole of that series together, which was really nice. We just kind of sat on the couch and vegged out and watched, you know, each episode every Wednesday that it came out. Finished watching The Mandalorian, the new season, a few weeks back actually. And I think it was all done before Christmas, or maybe Christmas and New Year's. I don't remember, but watched The Mandalorian. Love that show so much. I think it's so well done. Jon Favreau is like knocked it out of the park. That man is so talented. And I would be gutted to find out if he was a douche in real life. I would just be gutted. But he's so, his attention to detail in with the Star Wars universe and the little callbacks to the different TV series and canon and stuff like that. His knowledge is just amazing. So he really knocked it out of the park with that one. I'm super, super happy with that way that came out. Alright, so I'm gonna do, I haven't used my Fenty foundation in a minute, so I think I'm gonna use that today. And my eyes are so dramatic. So I'm just gonna try using just my Smashbox primer, not mixing it with any other primer, and see how I like it. Actually, no, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to use this to fill my pores, even though it's not, I think it's kind of a pore filling primer. So I might start with this and put it in the areas that I need it, and then go in with my Tatcha primer. Just smush this into my T-zone, my problem areas, which are my cheeks. I've got really large pores, and I'm sure like me looking at my face every day all day doesn't help my my, what do you call it, not interpretation, the way I see myself. I don't know, I can't think. I use this primarily with my Tatcha primer. I put too much on, I'll be honest, but I'm trying to use it more as a pore filling primer. I need to find a good pore filling primer. I need to find a good primer to use with my my Revolution, what is that called? Revolution Conceal and Hydrate with hyaluronic acid. This is like a perfect shade match for me, but after a while it does kind of feel like it settles in my pores and doesn't look nice after a while and starts to break up on me. So I want to try and find a really good primer to put underneath it so that it sits better on my face. So I need a nice pore filling primer. I really, really, really want to try the Milk Makeup Hydra Grip, but you literally can't get it here in Australia. There's like no even there was a retailer that I found online that has access to Milk Makeup, but they don't ship to Australia. So I mean, they ship everything else but that product to Australia. So I'm not actually sure why it's not available here, which is super frustrating. Like, I'm half tempted to see if I can get someone to buy it for me, and like I'll PayPal them the money or whatever, and so that I can get my hands on it, because I've heard so many good things about it. I just want to try it. I just want to try it. So this is in the shade 145. Just going to do a couple pumps on the back of my hand, and then this is also a pretty spot on shade match for me as well. And I really like the way this foundation sits on my skin. I'm not going for particularly high full coverage day to day, so I literally have used 2 pumps and it's covered my whole face. So that's excellent. I don't think I've ever just used 2 pumps on my skin. I've always gone in pretty heavy-handed with it, and I like the way this is looking so far. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. So, been watching lots of television, been working on a crochet project. My depression, to be honest, like, has been pretty bad. You know, we're having some difficulties, my husband and I. Not our relationship is having difficulties, but we in our private lives are having some difficulties. And so, the reason I'm being kind of sketchy about it is I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. So, you know, we've been going through a legal process at the moment, and we've got some other things happening in the background that, you know, are really fucking stressful, really stressful, and I wouldn't wish them on my worst enemy. But yeah, we're kind of trying to get things to work and work out and stuff like that. So, you know, it's been a bit of a pain in the ass, to be perfectly honest, but we're hopefully coming towards the end of it, so that's good. And yeah, had a couple deaths in the family. My Uncle Dan died about a month and a half ago, I want to say. He had a fall at home and had gone to the ER and ended up contracting COVID, and he had other comorbidities like diabetes and lung disease and that sort of thing. So, I mean, there wasn't a real big chance that he was coming out alive. And so when I found out he was going in, I just kind of started saying my goodbyes mentally and emotionally to him, because I didn't expect good things to happen. So yeah, so unfortunately my Uncle Dan passed away, and my great aunt Linda passed away about 4 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago now, and she had a long battle with cancer. And so yeah, my cousin was basically her live-in maid, or not live-in maid, but live-in carer, so that put a lot of pressure and stress on my cousin. But yeah, yeah, it's, you know, lost a couple family members, and you know, it's been kind of hard, because I know that I can't go and see their, you know, be there for their funerals and that sort of thing. So that was a bit of a depressing thing for me. I've been thinking a lot about my family lately, and you know, like what's going on, and like my grandfather actually got COVID, and he and his partner, they contracted COVID. They're not actually sure how or when. My grandfather thinks that it could have been when he was out walking the dog and he happened to just cross paths with someone, but he's not very sure. But they've recovered quite well. He actually thought that he had just had some like gnarly case of bronchitis, and because he lives in a residential facility, like a nursing home, but it's more assisted living, so they have their own little flat that they have, and they've got their little dog. And so they basically were quarantined, and then they found out that his partner, she had it as well, and so they had to quarantine, obviously. And yeah, but he's fully recovered. They're both just fine now, so that was a huge blessing. I kind of freaked out when I found out that he had COVID, but like I said, he's come out of it just fine. So good things do happen. All right, so I'm going to take the shade, I think I'm going to take this color Obsidian, which is this bottom color here, which kind of has a pinky tinge to it, and I'm going to take that underneath my lash line. So I mean, there's a lot of things that's been happening, and it's been a ride. It's been a wild ride recently. Just lots of things going on. A whole lot of hurry up and wait. That's what's been happening in our lives. Hurry up and wait. And it's so frustrating, because I want to be done with all this shit. I just, you know, want to be able to move on with my life and hopefully start a new chapter with a clean slate. And it's just so difficult. So difficult. when you've got so many different strings up in the air or balloons up in the air and you're trying to juggle everything, and it's just, it's enough's enough. I'm ready to just like I said, move on and get over all this shit, get it over and done with, and put it behind me. That way, like I said, like I can start over with a clean slate, and it'll be so much easier on my husband and I if we can just move on. And I know I keep saying move on, but there's no better terminology for what we're going through. And like I said, I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say or what I'm not allowed to say. So I'm not being deliberately obtuse. It's just the way things are, unfortunately. And I'm sure in the near future I'll be able to tell you guys exactly what's been going on and what we've been experiencing and what we've had to go through. I want to keep this kind of smoky, so I'll use my cream gel liner from Colourpop. I got these in the post a few days ago. I'd been wanting the little vault collection that they had. It came back in stock, and I'm like, hell to the yeah. These just glide on like a dream. I love this formula. I hadn't tried their formula before I bought the Raw Beauty Christie collection, and then I bought that collection, and I was just immediately in love with the way that these apply, the way they wear. It's like they go on like a cream, and then it's weird because like it's almost like they set and they don't budge at all. And I have particularly watery eyes, watery/dry eyes sometimes, and I just really impressed with the way that these go on and they stay on. Like the staying power is mwah, chef's kiss. And they don't irritate my eyes, which is good. I know I'm blinking a lot because I've got concealer on my lenses, and it's really, really frustrating me. I might have to take them out and clean them, actually. They're so milky, and I hate when that happens. I don't know why, but I'm feeling very vampy and goth, and I like it. Just gonna quickly do my eyebrows. Oh, I keep forgetting to do the soap brow stuff. Damn it. I bought it and I used it once, and I'm like, I don't know if this is actually doing anything. And so I keep forgetting to use it. I need to put it on my little bench here and like, I don't know, have like a little visual reminder that I've got it so that I can remember to put water in my little cup that I have in here for makeup. And I really feel like doing face painting again. I haven't done any face painting in a long time, and at least over a year. I was gonna do more face painting for like Halloween, but Halloween is a really hard time of year for me. I'll be perfectly honest. My sister died on Halloween night in 2003, maybe 2004. I think it was 2004. And I ended up leaving Houston and moving to Abilene to live with my cousin. I got a job with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I kind of just like left Houston behind me and ventured out on my own, like properly on my own for the first time in my life. And yeah, so that's how I ended up in Abilene. And I lived there for 3 years, maybe 4. And yeah, so weird little depressing look into my life. I don't know why I mentioned that, but Halloween is not a particularly happy time of year for me. I try to, like every year, I try to kind of like reclaim the holiday for me so that I can actually enjoy it. But it's not really widely celebrated here in Australia anyway, so it's not like I'm missing out hugely on parties and stuff like that. But it is, it would be fun to throw a Halloween party, actually. Maybe this year we can throw a Halloween party. See how we go. See how COVID's going. Although I have to say we are quite lucky in the city I live in Canberra, because we haven't had a case in like 4 or 5 months, because when COVID hit, we shut the fuck down. Like everything was closed. Even after they let the shops back open again, I had to go down to the shops for something, and I'm not actually sure where my husband was at the time, but I was by myself, and I went to the shops, and like 95% of the stores in the shopping center were closed. It was so weird. It was like a ghost town. It was I've never seen anything like that. It looked like the shops were all closing for the night. It was just, wow, it was something. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the color Stargaze today, and I'm going to use that to more of a rosy pink than a pink pink. If my lights look different in here and it looks brighter or whatever, it's because we actually, on Tuesday, I think it was, had to have some repair guys come in and install some new lights because our lights in the kitchen, there were 2 lights that we had halogen bulbs, and I went in one day and one of the lights was out and the other 2 were on. So I'm like, oh, okay. And so we have 3 lights in there, so the middle light went out, and then I turned the lights on another time and the 3rd light was out and the middle light was back on, and then the 3rd light ended up staying off, and we were just going to replace the bulb, but the fact that they were kind of like flip-flopping as to which one was going to work and which one wasn't, I kind of was like, there's something not right. So we got a repair guy or a lighting guy to come in, and he looked at it and he said, look, it's halogen lights and they get really hot and they actually end up burning the connections. So they came in and put LED lights all throughout the house and outside. So yeah, we had that guy come in earlier this week to do that, and it's my house is so bright right now, like I can't even begin to tell you how weird it was to see, you know, to kind of look at things and literally look at things in a different light. And so yeah, we had that done just the other day. So yeah, we've got all new lights in the house, and it's amazing how long we had lived in the dark. But anyway, that's the end of the video. This is my final look. I like it. It's very vampy, very sexy, very kind of dark weather kind of wear, I guess. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!